Back at headquarters here at the O'Shea Stables. Hi, I'm Michael Angelos. Welcome to At the Stables. And this bloke here might be winter, but he's walking around with a spring in his step.
Well, it's been a good couple of weeks, Mick, and more importantly, the horses that are getting ready for the spring have come into the yard as well. So there's plenty happening, despite the fact it's the middle of winter.
And John, of course, your beloved Maroons won the other night. Why did I bring that up?
Yeah, that was the best bet of the week, Mick, and we've got plenty of spring in the step as a result.
Well, this is episode 7, and if you recall episode 1, John, no runners up on the week coming up on the weekend, no recent winners, but there's plenty to talk about. There's a few winners recently. We've got 11 runners on the weekend.
Yeah, it's just a reflection of where the stable's at. It's sort of starting to develop now. The young horses are coming through. They're starting to get a few runs under their belts and able to sustain a preparation for, sizable enough for them to have sort of 4 or 5 runs of prep. So we're really happy with the way it's developing, and hopefully next season it'll be in full flight, and we'll sort of start to see some really good results.
Fantastic. So looking forward to that. And just before we get into the winners, thanks for your feedback, folks, with regard to, remember the show and tell we did, John, at the Blinkers? That had some really good feedback. So there's some coming up soon, but we've got so many horses to talk about today, we'll have to put that aside. So as they say, as a good racehorse, I've just got to be patient. Yeah? So let's get into the previous winners. Smart decision, Broken mate.
Yeah, did a good job. Blinkers on, and is probably really improved since the run, so we look forward to running her. She'll run again at Gosford Thursday week, and then make a progression into town after that. But it turned out to be a really nice miler, and happy with the way she's done.
And also last week, John, Pop Girl won a benchmark 64.
Yeah, just to get her back in the winning circle and get her confidence up. But she'd been a little bit unlucky at Scone. I thought Tommy probably erred and probably rode a bit too conservative. She got a beautiful run from Rachel the other day, and consequently got the job done. She goes to town next Wednesday at Warwick Farm. No reason why she can't continue on a winning way.
Great. Now let's go back to last Saturday. You're at Kembla. You're watching Pretty in Pink on the monitor.
Yeah.
When I hit the line, what was your first thought?
I thought she'd arrived, and just I thought the things had panned out for her well, and just the last stride, I reckon a nose was just in front, and that's the way it turned out.
So as a consequence of that win now, John, direct entry into the Stradbroke,
Yep.
which you won before, of course, with Private Steer, those two fillies, they've come from a sort of a different path.
They have, in the sense that she ended up backing up into the race, but that was just more to do with her first up run. Things didn't quite go away, and I wanted to give her a little freshen up, and just meant we had a week extra, in between runs. I'd always had the view to running her 2 weeks out from the Stradbroke, but just the way the programming ended up, we took the option to run her and qualify her. They've changed the conditions of the Stradbroke now. It's difficult for 3-year-olds to make it into the race unless they're really well performed, so we had to try and win an entry race in, and that was the one that I thought was an achievable goal. So when she got it stuck her nose out, it was quite rewarding, because she dropped significantly in weight going into the Stradbroke, and we were optimistic she could be very competitive.
So how long ago have you been thinking Stradbroke, this filly?
I've been thinking Stradbroke since about October of last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're here, great. We're in the race anyway.
I love that, it's great. Anyway, so let's hope you get some Group 1 good luck up there, mate.
Yeah, you need a bit of that, but young Alex Ma, who looks after filly, has done a wonderful job, and I think she'll present very well on Saturday and give a good account of herself.
Now I know you're a bit superstitious, so you're not going to the Eagle Farm, mate?
No. Oh, she did the job when I wasn't there last week. I don't want to rock the boat.
So you'll be at Randwick?
Yeah, be at Randwick.
All right.
Yep.
You'll be watching on the monitor there. So let's go to Randwick, because 5 runners at Randwick, the first of which is a 2-year-old filly by Shooting to Win called Intrepidatious.
Yeah, did a good job when her first race start. We give her a few challenges during the autumn, and she didn't quite sort of step up to the plate. I don't think there was through lack of ability. I just thought mentally she probably wasn't quite there. We give her a break. She developed, put on 30 kilos. She's come back in and trialled really well this time. It's owned by 2 lovely ladies, Christine Cook and Lorraine Holt. And to their credit, they've decreed that they'd really like to support some female jockeys, and it's a female syndicate that own the filly. And normally Rachel King would ride her. She did all the work on it, but Rachel sort of had an earlier commitment, and so we've run with Winona Costin now, and it's going to be an easy ride for Winona. She's got a soft draw, she'll bang off a bit of speed there, sit back, and I think she'll run very well.
Great. So hopefully we'll get some ladies' luck there. And,
Yeah.
Race 2 now, one of my favourites, Cottenham.
Yeah, good performance to win at a maiden start, and on reflection, it probably looked a little bit. I wasn't overly encouraged by it, but then the clock gave her up, and she went nearly 3 seconds quicker than the other division on the day. So she's a lightweight chance. She'll get back and follow the favourite, horse of course, Thinking of You, and she'll be very strong late. So, and she'll appreciate the wide open spaces of Randwick. So with 52 kilos on her back, I think she can run well.
Yeah. Race 6 in the champion colours, Southern Lad. Johnny's had third. He goes into this third up. You kept him ticking over with a nice barrier trial the other day.
Yeah, he's been the victim of poor draws, Mick. And today he gets a soft draw. He won't be that far off him. He's been going well back from poor draws. I think she can lob sort of a little bit closer this week. He'll love the Jari out of the track. Third up, you know, I think he's probably our best chance at Randwick on the weekend.
Is that why you're in the cap?
God bless champion.
And another one with the red and white stripes though, this time Capening. I love the name, named after the 49ers quarterback in the June Stakes, first up.
Yeah, well, he's a horse that runs very well fresh. He's always had a great fresh record. So we just give him 1 or 2 runs and then a short let up and come back in. We had him in at Dooman last week. He just drew slightly awkwardly. Thought we'd give him a chance to draw a little bit better. He didn't, but it's probably not going to matter at Randwick at the 1100. He goes back anyway. He's well. I think he'll run very well. He always does at the 1100 here. And I'm not worried about the gate because he'll go back with fast speed. So he's in great order.
And depending on the track conditions, we don't know tomorrow, but he's okay with a little bit of rain.
Yeah, Jari out great. Long as it's not really heavy, but it's going to be sort of slow 5 or 6.
Right. And then race 8, you got Berdebeck in second up, John.
Yeah, look, he nearly got the job done at a mile second up last prep. He'll love a bit of Jari out. He finds himself in a harder mile race second up this time, but he's probably going better. So didn't think he probably deserved to be 25 to 1.
Okay, well, there's a good leg up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Now straight to Newcastle. You've got a couple of nice progressive horses there. The first of which we'll talk about is in race 4, Emergent.
Yeah, been gelded, come back in a really nice horse, trialled particularly well on both occasions. A bit of a D-day for him because, you know, he's ready to win, so he needs to.
Okay, and then Emergent in race 4. In race 7, lightly raced 4-year-old mare, High Chaparral, called Carambola.
I did a good job, had 1 run and won, then got a little bit of a viral thing, so I had to go out. He's come back in, is going much better this time. Drawn awkwardly in what's a strong, sort of, albeit only a Class 1, but looks a strong race. But she's trialled really well, and we've been very happy with her.
Excellent. Now we'll go back to race 3, De Valera in a maiden.
Yeah, been crying out for the trip. Doesn't do a lot early in his race and gives himself a big challenge. He will appreciate the Jari out of the track, and again, it's probably another one that's D-Day for. He was a good run last week, and he's come on since then, so he's a great chance.
Well, he's been knocking on the door, so let's hope.
Well, he's just been looking for the trip, so this is his
okay.
first go at the trip, so there'll be no excuses for him.
Race 6, 3-year-old colt by Soberburl, Saving.
Yeah, good consistent horse, again crying out for a mile. Just found 1500 probably 1 stride too short the other day. He gets to a mile this week in a good draw. Again, he'll be very hard to beat.
And the 5th runner of the day is loved one, Sean Geimer, in fact, on board all 5.
Yeah, well, he works really hard, young Sean, and he doesn't make mistakes in the provincials, which is a great attribute for him, and we're really happy to support him because he gets the job done. And he finds himself on Loved One here. She's in a couple of places, but I think that looks a nice race for her. She's won her last 2.
Yep.
She looks well in there, and there's no reason why she couldn't continue on a winning way.
Fantastic. That's it, John.
It's been a big week, Mick.
Been a big week. Let's hope we get a few winners, and most importantly, hope they run well.
Yeah.
Best of luck with Pretty and Pink. It's a famous race at Stradbroke, so you know we'll be cheering for you. And you know, you'll be watching at Randwick, and you'll be watching wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a kick in the straight, and have a great weekend, John.
Well, Mick, we'll be looking forward to it because for a Queenslander to win a Stradbroke, there's just nothing better.
You have to get that word Queensland again, didn't you? No, look, best of luck to everyone, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks at the stables.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.